Hello, it's Claire from Aurora Face and Body Art, and together with Havering Council, we'd like to bring you some festive face painting looks. So these are for children, for complete beginners who would like to have a little go at face painting. We're going to be doing the main man himself, Mr. Santa Claus. So I'm going to be doing it on my board today. You can do it on a board, you can print off a piece of paper with a little face on or draw a face on. Or if you have face paint, or you can get a hold of face paints, then you can paint someone in your household or paint yourself in the mirror. So I'm going to wipe this off. That's how it's going to look once we've finished. I'm going to wipe this off for now. I'm going to start all over again. So what you're going to need a white face paint, a black face paint, a red face paint, and then potentially a pink. But you can, if you don't have pink, you can do it with red. That's fine. So what we're going to do is the basic Santa Claus. And then if you want to, you can add more to it. So you can add things like holly, or you can add his glasses or some snowflakes. But I'm going to give you kind of the basic Santa Claus look. So you want a thicker brush, a thin brush, and you also want a sponge and some water. And that's all you're going to need. So I'm going to start with the white. Take some white and just above the eyebrows we're going to start creating Santa's hat. So I'm just trying to create like a fluffy look with this. So instead of just going straight across, I want that line to be kind of bumpy. I can show you. Yes, it's not a straight line, it's quite a bumpy line. And then the hat is going to come to an end just around the very top of the cheek here. So again, I don't want a round circle, I want a circle that's kind of rough around the edges, because we're going to be making that look like it's all fluffy. Then we're going to do the beard. So the beard, I'm going to do it with a brush because I find it easier on here, but you might want to use a sponge for this bit and sponge around the bottom of your face for the beard. So we're going to come up towards the side of the cheeks, all the way down the chin, cover all the chin. This looks nice with a sponge as well because it doesn't have to be so thick. Obviously with the brush mine's going to be really, really thick, but with the sponge you can make it thick in the middle part, and then it can be less noticeable so that it looks like it's a bit more real. And we're going to give him a mustache as well, because Santa Claus has a nice thick mustache. Bring it round. I mean, you can pretty much only just see his mouth, can't you, through his beard. I think I might, yeah, let's leave a little bit. I mean, it's up to you. You can completely cover it all white if you like, but I've just brought it so it's quite, is that even? So it starts off quite thin at the top, gets nice and thick by the time it gets to your chin. This is optional, this little bit that I've left here, but sometimes you find that men get a kind of a bit around here, their hair doesn't grow. And then yeah, mustache. Okay, so at the moment we've just done all the white parts, and then you don't need the white anymore. We're then going to do the rest of the hat. So you want to take your red face paint and you're going to cover all the way down there. So it's going to look kind of just like a red rainbow, but you're going to cover all of this top bit, still making sure that that line isn't completely straight. You still want it to be a little bit bumpy. Now people who've got quite a big forehead like mine, you're going to have loads of room to do this, but if you've got a tiny little forehead, then you might just have to have a bit more of a flat hat for this. And there you go, that's Santa's hat. And you can get rid of the red. Now this bit's optional, but I do think it looks quite nice if you can do it. And then pretty much dry off my brush, so it's pretty much dry, or again with your sponge. It does look better with a sponge actually. So if you can use a pretty dry sponge, get into the pink, and then you're going to dab the sponge or the brush on. See, I mean my brush is still too wet because that's really dark. Just to give you an idea, you kind of just want the tip of the nose and nice round cheeks to make it look really rosy, because obviously where Santa Claus lives, it's not very warm there, so he's going to look a bit rosy. But yeah, mine's definitely too dark. You just want it to be just a little hint. Looking a bit frostbitten. Okay, and that is pretty much the base of our design. So what I'm going to do now is just outline the hat and the beard. So you can take your black and your nice thin brush. I'm just going to outline everything. So with the outline of this part here, I try and scoop round. It's almost like a cloud. That's how I try and think of it, how I used to draw clouds. Bring it round, just make it look nice and fluffy. Round, round, round. And then you can add a few more in the middle, just little C's, little curly cur round, just to make it look like it has a little bit of dimension. All different directions. Yeah, can you see that? There you go. And I'm going to do the exact same for this right here at the end. Around a couple of times inside. There you go. Okay. And oh, it's not even in the camera. So now I'm just going to outline the red part of his hat. All the way around. This part you want to have a nice steady hand for, because this bit you do want to be quite neat. Again, you can add little lines if you want to make it look like the hat's kind of folded over a little bit. And then we'll leave the cheeks as they are. You don't need to outline the cheeks. Just going to outline his moustache. This bit will be quite tickly because it's just under the nose. You probably don't need to do the bit underneath the lip, but I'm going to do it on here anyway. And you probably also don't need to do under the chin. You might not be able to see it depending on how low you've done your beard. But again, I'll just do it on here, just to show you. And there you go. That is it. That is your basic Santa look. Now if you want to get very fancy, then you can add some holly on, you can add snowflakes, you could give him some glasses as well. I'll tell you what, let's do some quick glasses, why not? So again, take any colour, you can take your black, I think I might use gold, but if you have another colour, then maybe use another colour because it is quite black heavy now. And underneath the eyes, on top of the cheeks, don't worry about going over the pink. You're going to do, kind of like to think of them as like half moon glasses, I think he wears. Half moon, and then you'll have quite a big bridge over the nose, up to the corners of the eyes, and then that's pretty much done. So that's a little extra for you to add if you wanted to. But yeah, thank you very much for watching our video. If you do have a try of these at home, then we would love to see them. Please post your looks on the comments of the video. and I hope you have a lovely Christmas, a happy new year, and hopefully I will see you very, very soon. Thank you, bye.